Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, it's top 5 win rate decks of February 2025. So this is the time of the month we stop to take a look at which decks are doing the best in the current mana. And that's what we're going to be showing you today. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. All glory to the Hypnotoad, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and it's Top 5 Win Rate Decks Day. Top 5 Win Rate Decks Day. Top 5 Win Rate Day. Yeah, man, so what it is that every month I like to get together at the middle of the month and say what decks are doing the best in the meta at this time, for the last week, because we go over to Untapped GG, we take a look at the stuff that's got the best win rate rates of the stuff that's been going on in the last week. It provides us the largest variation from month to month, and we get to see the stuff that's going on bleeding edge right now. Now, today is, by my count, the 19th, possibly for you, the 20th of February. I usually like to come out with this thing on the 15th. I had to wait. Why is that? Because they dropped a new set like 3 days before I would normally make the video, and I can't find I can't get data on the new meta until we've had it out for at least a week. And so that's where we're at. We're going to finally get a week's worth of data in the new meta. So this will take into effect everything that's been going on since Aetherdrift has come out. Now, I'm going to give you a spoiler here. You know how many cards from Aetherdrift are in the top 5 decks? Zero. Still, it's different. They're all good, and you can still play them. And so I'd highly recommend you pay attention. All right, so let's get down to it. So who was the 5th best deck of February? All right, playing against Clash of Iron. Or is it clashofiron? Something like that. And there's our boy, Keep It. We got 2 creatures, hoping we can keep them alive. We're going second. If this is a mirror match, I'm already dead. Who's playing Boros, huh? All right, bouncing in. It's funny, this is called Rakdos. I don't think we have black mana in here. So this will cause me to get potentially a detective, and this you trample. What a weird set of cards we got here. Why can I not play this? Target attack, I have to play when it's attacking. All right, let's just go for it. All right, Hippiosaurus. You want to get in the way? You got white. I don't know what that's really going to do for you. Double Strike would have been super cool, but we're just going to toss it like this. All right, let's hope he doesn't have any life gain on him. Ooh, we get some guys. Nice. And we win! Suck it! Victory! All right, so we are with Rakdos Aggro, and as you can see, we have 0 black mana, absolutely none whatsoever. So calling this Rakdos is a joke. This is really just mono red aggro again. But this time we put Callous Sellsword in and pretend that potentially might bring out the black dude, even though there is 0 chance we'll ever do that. How does this deck win? You know, the funny part was when I played it, I knew how to play it without understanding the impacts of what I was doing. Everyone always bundles all their dudes onto little Heartfire Hero here. I forgot that, yeah, when the creature dies, it deals this damage equal to the power to each opponent. So yeah, we get to come across, do the damage, fling it, do that damage, and then do it again. So it's like 3 times the amount of damage that this guy's worth of his power. That's what you're doing. You know, and so, you know, that's if it gets through on the first one to do the damage it's going to do. Still, it's a tremendous amount of damage. Just think it go nuts. Obviously it can. We had 3 mana. It just all porked onto there. So this guy's usually the guy that's out there flying around, getting his prowess going, his super prowess, which is more about the power than about the defense. Still, in this case, it was nothing in comparison to a beefed up, heartfelt hero, which I flung at them with the fist of an angry god. All right, so very strange to see this deck be like number 5 on the list, since essentially mono red aggro is number 1 on the list. So how is that? How is it that adding Callous Sellsword is the thing that drops this thing down the list? I don't know, man. I just play this game and talk about it like I know what I'm talking about. But things like this don't make any sense to me. All right, so there you go. Number 5 for February 2025, Rakdos Aggro. All right, we're playing against Lyter. We got anything to drop for 1? I don't. Got a Whalo right there. That's not bad. Pop this. Let's go get a blue. All right, Mouse, why don't you just chill out there? All right, 2 cards. Let's go Olaji. That's an awfully ornamental shovel to be digging with there, isn't it? Ooh, she's been pumped up. We got a bunch of lands in our graveyard, though. There's something I could do to get rid of something in my hand. Omniscience, you're supposed to be in my graveyard, my friend. Land. Nothing good. We'll grab one of these back. Alright, so you're a permanent chump now. Got nothing to pull. That's not going to help me. All right, 18 more turns to go. I should have maybe taken a land is what I should have done. Still, what am I going to bring back? I don't have any omniscience in here. Might just bounce my own guy back. All right, he's holding on to something that's an instant. All right, here's a land. Let's just set that guy up. Discard a card. Oh, good. There we go. Unfortunately, he's going to come in slow. Congratulations, chump. All right, so I'm looking to counter some spells here. All right, pulling back the layers of his onion. He's got lots of mana. You can just play it again, probably. All right, don't counterspell it, jerk. And now it's the next turn we got to do that. Hopefully that's it for his counterspells. Welcome to the battlefield. That's the guy that's going to help us out. Can't really attack. We have to discard something, huh? Well, let's just see what's going on. I don't care. Don't need mana anymore. We can just go ahead and grab this stuff. This town ain't big enough. Let's drop another. I'll grab this one. And we win because we bored them to death. Victory! All right, so we are with Azorius Omniscience number 4 for February. I gotta tell you, I'm not sure if I ever played against this deck. And even if I did, I know when Omniscience comes out, I usually just give up because it just gets so boring at that point. Just like that guy did when I started playing it. I mean, sure, you can kind of keep a nice unending line of card draw going, getting stuff, just keep playing it and drawing more cards. The thing is, with decks like this, I don't really know what we're trying to go for. We don't really have anything that's worth having in here. Our creatures aren't powerful. You know, we don't have the ability to create a bunch of little tokens or anything like that. Maybe, I mean, this guy can't really mill them or anything like that in a long sense. So we have the ability to go and bounce some of their stuff back. You know, I don't know, man. Go get some of their stuff and keep it. I don't understand this deck, but somehow I ended up being number 4 with a 50, like practically 57% win rate right there. So either you understand this deck or you don't, but this is not a deck for me. My little brain cannot wrap around it. Like I said, I know I'm an aggro player. I know I am. And then I know I'm good with like some light versions of control, just not like boring control. But man, when it comes to this tricksy crap, it is beyond me. I can't see it. I just don't understand it. I think you need better cards in your sideboard or different cards. But I'm just trying to play the stuff that I've been given here. And this is what they say is the 4th best this month. So take it for what you got. Maybe you'll learn how to play it better than I am. Number 4, Azorius Omniscience. All right, playing against Low Sun. Low Sun. Right there. All right, who's going first? Apparently it's our friend up there. It seems that way. Oop, it's me. I gotta go first. Ah! All right, go ahead. Jump if you want to. You can jump if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. All right, what am I doing here? We've only got 1 white, 2 reds. Pump that guy up. Nice. All right, let's take it in. You could kill it if you wants to. Nope. All right, so he has to take out the Emberheart Challenger. Otherwise, I'm going to go nuts with him on the next turn. Still, not enough to do 12 points of damage, but... It's funny he's keeping guys back like that. All right, so Tali's favor. I could get a Discover. Let's just do it. It seems like that was a bad decision. Lay it down. Let's go to town. This guy looks like he's got bouncy fingers. Fortunately, I have 0 mana to protect myself with. He's trying to figure out who's he can blow away, huh? One guy. You get rid of an enchantment. All of them, huh? That's a weird choice. Mana. Crazy. Yes, take out. Yeah, go all the time. Crazy. There we go. All right, this guy's still around. I can Manifold Mouse him. That's no problem. Hopefully, I keep Shards Make Rescue. Let's just see if we can keep this guy alive. Lying. That's not great. All right, come on. White mana. That's really what I'm looking for here. All right, 1, 2. And we win! Touchdown, Lava Bears! All right, so we're at Boros Auras. And yeah, Auras are great. Auras are really great. I mean, the bad thing about Auras is that you put them out once, they get destroyed, and that's it. You know, the nice thing about equipment is the fact that your guy gets killed and they just drop and you can put him on some other dude. Equipment's even better. It's also more expensive and you have to spend more money on it. But then again, you can spend what you already have and that works out well. In this case, we're playing with a lot of little mice because the mice work well together in mono red aggro kind of situations. And if you give your guys death, you know, what is it, double strike and flying, it's really hard for people to be able to deal with getting away with it. Nice thing here is we also have, you know, like a Shard Mage's Rescue. You know, the one card that's, oh, I was going to say, it's Shelter by Ghost. I can say I just never got it. You always find Shelter by Ghost. Shelter by Ghost has to be in every deck where you have white being splashed into it. And Shelter by Ghost is the best card from Duskmourn, in my opinion. But it's a nice collection of enchantments you get to play with a nice collection of creatures. The synergy's strong. Everything lays down nicely. It's a really good deck to play with. If you like aggro, you like having a little bit of some tricksy stuff to do, this will be a great deck to play with. And things aren't that expensive. So good luck. So here they go. Number 3 for February of 2025. It's Boros Auras. All right, we're playing against sunntsnobody. 2 mana, the slowest things in all of Texas. This is not great. That's a weird collection of lands. Oh well, it'll be slow because we can't play anything on the first turn, which means second turns we can start laying things down. Looks like we're gonna lose. So I need a creature out, then I can start sheltering by ghost, but there's nothing to do for another single, so it's just that guy. Yeah, getting those 2 out was really bad. Just you never knew what you were going to play against, unfortunately. And I think we went second as well. All right, we got 3-2. Let's take it in. We're not blocking. Can we pull it out? I really doubt it. So I can steal the Screaming Nemesis. That's not a bad idea. Oof, I'm down to practically dead. I can drop this guy singly. We're going to shelter by ghost again on this guy. Drop it like it's hot. double strike on that guy. All right, he's down to 9. And we gained a bunch of life. All right, life gain. I mean, Shelter by Ghost, saving our butts. From his perspective, that's the worst. Let your opponent get life gain on mono red deck is horrible. Is he really going to give it up like that? I'm not going to. You could kill it if you got direct creature control. I really need it, though, too, so I can give myself double strike. Yeah, that's your best course of action, definitely. Look who's back. I gotta plow through that guy. All right, so the problem is he's going to... Can I gain life quick first? Yeah, there I did. I got it up to 13. That's good. Still, I'm going to take... What is it, 5? So I lost it all. And I can't gain any more life for the rest of the game. We can try to do something kooky. I'm just calling his bluff. Does he have anything in his hand? It looks like he does. He's flashing his cards. All right, cool. I can steal something. That's fantastic. Who shall we steal in this situation? What do you do? Mice control get +1 until the end of turn. All right, cool. Let's grab Dredo there. Red. And get a second guy out. Nothing's going to gain. I'm not gaining any life here. Oh, but I did win the game. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, Screaming Nemesis has pinned me down. Otherwise, I would have just been all over this guy. All right, so we are with number 2, which is Boros Mice, which is, if you take a look at it, it looks almost exactly like Boros Auras. Just we have a little bit less on the auras and much more on the mice variety. The funny part, despite the fact it's called mice as though it's like mice tribal, let's start pointing out the things that aren't mice. Screaming Nemesis, Seneschal of the Sun, Hired Claw. Yeah, not mice at all. Who else is not a mouse? Like the Bivouac, who's a bull land, an ox land. The Soulstone Sanctuary, which is just, well, he becomes all creature types, so he's technically a mouse. But we do have this Rockface Village, which is fantastic in a mouse-heavy deck. But the mice, you do have good synergy together. They like to work. Everything works out pretty well. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I got to say that the guy that really just saved my butt in this last game was Sheltered by Ghosts, just because we were able to get that life gain. We mixed it up with a little bit of double strike life gain. Ooh, that allowed me to take a lot of risks I couldn't have taken otherwise. Screaming Nemesis is nice because it pins down your opponent's ability to gain life, which is what mono red aggro hates, is opponents with life gain. I had that played against me, and it went terribly, terribly wrong. Luckily, we managed to get out of it because our guys were nice and pumped otherwise. All right, so anyways, you've seen the Boros Auras. It's the same kind of thing. It's just a little bit more mousy than what we got over there. So therefore, you got the creatures. You can go crazy on it, a little bit wider. Hopefully, the synergy between your mice are going to win the game for you. All right, so there you go. Number 2 for February. It's Boros Mice. Up and against HotshotRobot. I see the path here. Hopefully we're going first. That'd be fantastic. I love that frog. I like he's over here. You can touch his big old gooey belly. Mute up. Hopefully we'll pick up a third mana really quickly here. There it is, just like I asked for. In your face. All right, we got Shock to hopefully pin things down, provided he tries to put a creature out. What are you doing? All right, Screaming Nemesis. Ow. All right, we can save this for our opponent's face. And here we go. Once again, down to 5. And we've got 5 right here. So all we got to do is have him not gain life. And that's it. It's just as simple as that. Victory! All right, so here we are with Mono Red Aggro. Yeah, you know, the weird part is we didn't see any mice at all. Did we even see any creatures? I don't know what we were even playing with there. We're seeing tons of Screaming Nemesis. That's what we were really playing. And the Hired Claw. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, these guys are great if you can get up to 3 mana, and we managed to get up to 3 mana. The weird part is that we just didn't have much to do before that. With a deck like this, usually turn 1, turn 2, you're just ripping. And we did as good as we could, but usually you want more of a hasty guy to start off with. That guy's got haste, this guy's got haste, you know, but the other guys are a little on the slow side. Our opponent was trying to build was the problem, and he did not have what he needed to be able to take out a mono red aggro deck. So we just slaughtered him, and that's why decks like this prosper so well, is because no matter what happens, if they're not playing an aggro deck, you are. That means you get to spend the first 3 rounds doing everything, and they just start doing nothing. So unless they're playing some sort of like cheap control, they're not going to be able to deal with you at all. Decks like this are just really good. Now the problem is even I am bored with this deck. It is just egregious. I won't touch it. There's just no art to it. It's just like, it's nothing because it's like, it's not tribal at all. I mean, Goblin Tribal Mono Red is better than this deck in how it feels spiritually. Sure, this one might have the stats for it, but I won't play this deck because it's just too boring at this point. Look, if you like to win, this is the deck you want to play. This is it right here. And it's been this way for months. So there you go. One of the most boring outcomes of this particular video. This month's #1 deck, Mono Red Aggro. And here we are with your top 5 win rate decks of February 2025. Yeah, cool. I mean, here's the thing. I'm looking at Mono Red Aggro. Sure, it's #1 again. You know, I'm starting to feel about it the same way I felt about, was it Mono White Humans, I think, or Mono White Soldiers. That thing held the #1 spot for like a year and a half. And it seems like Mono Red Aggro is on its same trajectory. I think it deserved it. I loved Mono Red Aggro when it was about at #5 for the longest time. It's a great deck, but the thing is, though, is that once it becomes too great and it's just holding the top spot for too long, it deserves to get shot down. So, yeah, Mono Red Aggro, top spot again. What else did we see that was actually in here from last time? Boros Auras. Boros Auras is a great deck. I mean, it's cool. A lot of Auras decks are out there. Or Auras decks are actually really good. Selesnya Aura is good. In this case, though, Boros Auras is probably because you're playing with those same auras that you have from, you know, what's great about the mono white right now, or the white ones. Those things are fantastic. And then still have like the red one that gives your guy like trample and +1, and I think it could be plotted or something. Yeah, it's just, they are just so efficient right now. So yeah, Boros Auras is probably the pinnacle of the auras based deck. But there's a lot of things you could do with auras if you don't want to go Boros. The interesting was Boros Mice sneaking up into there, just because Boros Mice is just Boros auras with a little less auras and a little bit more mice into it. How did I get number 2 over number 3? I'm not sure. Somehow it's more efficient, just barely. Because if you look at that win rate, it's just by 0.2% that Boros Mice squeaked out. I can't believe I actually did that, squeaked out, over Boros auras. I'll save the number 4 for last. Rakdos Aggro, sure. I mean, it's just mono red aggro with fling stuck in it. Sure, I don't know how it's only number 5. If mono red is number 1, it should be at least number 2, if not number 1. To me, Rakdos Aggro seems like the better deck than mono red aggro. Somehow, I always root for number 5. I always think it's the best deck out there. I don't know how it's not. But the big surprise to me is Azorius Omniscience. Number 1, Omniscience is a great card. It is a great card. I don't think I've ever seen Azorius Omniscience being played before. I've never seen us using, a Abuelo's whatever to bring it back from the graveyard as a creature. That's just crazy to me. And then it's like, what do you do with it with the rest of the deck? I can't figure it out. I think I was watching some guys online that were grabbing some cards and making dreads with it or something, like just looping through it over and over again. That sounds fantastic. But you know what I didn't have in this deck? Anything to make dreads, as far as I can tell. So, I mean, this deck is the deck that has the numbers on it. In the last week, it has gotten number 4. There's got to be a way to play this thing. It just, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. So, there you go. So there's your top 5 win rate for February. I hope that you like these decks. So if you decide that you want to play with these decks, I hope that you have as much fun with them as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.